Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my own third birth experience, and actually it's really funny because said baby is 18 months old and I really haven't been able to think about this experience, and I'm making this video now because my husband and I were talking about it, and actually there were things that I just didn't know because I think I have been unable to kind of look at that situation because baby is fine, but I think very easily she might not have been, and I think we were incredibly lucky. And so I want to talk about this, and I would love to hear your own birth stories if you're kind of comfortable sharing them, and you can leave them in the comments. And yeah, I've had 3 very different birth experiences, but this one is the weirdest. So first 2 babies always struggled to dilate, always was like misses 1 centimetre for like forever, 72 hours. So, but this is third baby, right? So I kind of get there. My waters broke, but I wasn't in labour, but they had a quiet night and the ladies were sweet. So they were like, come on in. So they induced me, and I got kind of sent down to the maternity ward, and the midwife walked in, and she had that air about her that said, this is my first day on the job, right? And, I'm a doctor, I get it, I've been the person who's like trying to take blood for the first time, I've been nervous, so I don't like to kind of discriminate against, everyone has to learn, right? So I didn't say anything, but I definitely got like this wash of vibes of like, this is this woman's first shift as a midwife. Anyway, she examines me and she's like, oh, it's going to be like 12 hours or whatever. And I didn't argue because I think, I'd been expecting that things would go quicker because this is baby number 3. But ultimately, this has been my experience every single time, is that it takes forever. So I don't argue. Although it's important to note that we wanted to save stem cells. So I needed like 20 minutes warning of, but she's like, it's only 12 hours, it's fine. So I'm not going to call the guy and get him to the hospital right now, right? She says it's going to be like the next day. So anyway, I finally get my epidural, which is taking absolutely ages to get the anaesthetist. He comes and is doing it. And the only pain relief I have at this point is gas and air, right? And I am coping with the gas and air. It's painful, but I have got this situation locked down. And I know that I'm about to get my epidural. I've always had an epidural before, gas and air and then an epidural. So he's trying to put the epidural in. I'm on the gas and air, and eventually, right, all of a sudden the gas and air stops working. And when you're in labour, you can't think. And if I'd been thinking and processing, I would have been like, hang on, something's changing. But this woman has just examined me and she's told me it's going to be 12 hours. So I'm like bent over the bed, trying to get my epidural in. And all of a sudden, the gas and air is not working, and they want me to move and I cannot move. Like, they think I'm being difficult, and I might make another video about my first labour because I feel like sometimes we don't do a good enough job of listening to women. Like, I'm sitting there and they've got me on the edge of the bed and they're like, oh, we need you to swing your legs around, and I'm like, I cannot move. Like, I'm not being awkward, I'm not, an idiot. Like, I physically can't move. If I could move, I would. And they're just like, oh, we need you to move. I'm like, I can't move, right? And now I see that it's because I was like delivering this baby, right? Anyway, the midwife is allergic to the stuff that they prep your back with to do the epidural. So she's left the room, right? She's gone. So all I've got in there is my husband. There's a HCA who's kind of standing here. She's trying to get me to move and not listening to the fact that I cannot move. And there's a very kind of young and bewildered looking anaesthetist over there. Anyway, I reached absolutely at a point where I'm like screaming because I can't move and I'm in a lot of pain and the gas and air isn't working. And the anaesthetist is like, what position is this baby in? Anyway, finally my husband like lifts me up and like kind of puts me on the bed, and like everyone's just kind of milling around, chilling out. No one's really taking any notice of the fact that my gas and air isn't working and I can't move and I'm absolutely screaming in pain. The HCA is standing next to me. Obviously in the UK, you need like 2 midwives to be present when a baby is born, because obviously there are a lot of really serious things that can go wrong, like cerebral palsy, if your baby is not monitored. So anyway, my husband said to me yesterday, and I didn't even realize this because we've never spoken about it. And he was like, what happened was the HCA was standing next to you. She was looking out of the window and she looked down. And she was like, oh my God, the baby is here. And she was just like lying on the bed between my legs, like fully out. And so literally no person delivered this baby. The midwife wasn't even in the room. The anaesthetist was stood like next to me, like just stepped back from the bed looking absolutely horrified and kind of devastated that his epidural hadn't gone in. I did an obs and gynae job. I've delivered babies before, but I was like, for any woman who's watching this that's had a baby, you know, like you can't, I was like in another place. I was like focused on just doing whatever my body wanted me to do. And yet no health professional in that room was monitoring that baby. And Ash and I really haven't had the conversation about this. We haven't dissected too much what happened on that day. And obviously we never got our stem cells, but we didn't get a high enough count because we told 12 hours and then midwife leaves the room and there she is. But yeah, baby is fine. Like I said at the start of the video, baby is fine. But I think that's a situation that could have become really difficult, that could have become really dangerous. Well, that situation was really dangerous for my baby, that no one was listening to me, no one was observing me. There should have been a different midwife in the room, I would argue. My husband said, maybe you should have a look at your medical notes and see what it says, because he was like, there was some hush chatting between the HCA and the and the midwife. But yeah, so this is what happened to me. So I think I basically delivered my own baby, which is crazy. But yeah, I feel like I'm only just starting to kind of process what went on in that space. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And yeah, maybe I had a really bad experience with baby number 1. I wouldn't say what happened with baby number 3 was not a bad experience because it all ended up all right. But I feel like it could have gone wrong really, really quickly. Like baby number 1, I felt very, very disempowered. Baby number 2 was wonderful. I had a great birth experience with baby number 2, but I felt very disempowered with baby number 1. So I might make another video to talk about that because it wasn't pleasant. But yeah, I would absolutely love to hear your comments. And thanks as always for watching.